Folks, Splatoon 3 has been out for over a month now, so I figured now was a good time to kind of do a follow-up video talking about my thoughts on the game, how I'm feeling a month removed from release. Now, if you watched my videos back then, you would know I was very positive on Splatoon 3, and for the most part, I'm still right there. I still am enjoying this game. I'm playing it every day. I'm loving the grind, but it definitely is starting to show a little bit of its little falters here. So, let's just talk about this whole game. I might throw some gameplay up. I might not. I don't know. So, yeah. Overall, really enjoying it. It is the best Splatoon game. I don't think anybody questioned that. I've seen some people trying to say, oh, you went back on this. I never doubted that Splatoon 3 would be the best Splatoon game. I just doubted that it would be very exciting to play. And for that, I completely admit to being wrong on. Splatoon 3 is exciting to play. I'm still enjoying playing it every day. And you know, the debate is there enough new stuff from Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3 to really justify the purchase? Well, as someone who hasn't played Splatoon 2 since 2018, it feels completely new, you know? It's Splatoon, but, like, there's plenty of new stuff, you know? I had barely played with the Stamper, the Booyah Bomb. Honestly, I know I played Salmon Run in Splatoon 2, but I don't really remember even, like, I don't know what bosses are new in this game or not. It all just kind of mumbles together, but that's almost a good thing, because a lot of it just feels new inherently because of that, because it's been so long since I played Splatoon 2. Now, if you were playing Splatoon 2, you know, up to Splatoon 3's release, I could see this game being kind of disappointing. I could understand that. But for someone like me who hasn't played Splatoon 2 in forever, Splatoon 3 is incredibly fresh, you know, 5 years removed almost, or it was 5 years. I stopped playing in 2018, though. It's nice, man. You know, it makes me wish almost that Splatoon 2 had never existed. You know, imagine if Splatoon 1 came out in 2015 and then in 2020 or 2019 we got Splatoon 2, which would have been this game. That would have been kind of nice, you know. Can't remember. I think I'd beaten the story mode when I made that last video, but just in case, I'll touch on Alterna for a little bit. I don't think it's the best Splatoon campaign. I do think Octo Expansion is better. And in particular, something that disappointed me, and overall, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, but now that I've had some time to sit back and kind of weigh my options here, I do think it has a pretty weak final boss. And in general, Splatoon campaign boss fights are peak. And the boss fights in this game are good, but I wish there were more of them. We only really get... There is 6 because of DJ Activia at the beginning and then the final boss, or I guess was it 5 then? But I don't know, man. I want more bosses, and with with Fry's boss, they kind of reused one from Splatoon 1 with the Stampy Boy, so that's a little disappointing. I want more boss fights. I hope in the future I hope the DLC for this game has more boss fights. But overall, the campaign's really solid. It's longest one so far, I think. After Alterna was a pretty hard challenge. I beat it, you know, after a little bit of trying. It wasn't too crazy bad, but I enjoyed it. And overall, the campaign's very solid. I will say though that final boss definitely, I feel like they tried to go a little too hard, and I think it kind of backfired for me personally. But the campaign's good overall. Definitely recommend playing it. Good way to get Dub Like Peace tickets if you haven't played it yet. Definitely go do that. Let's talk about the multiplayer and its modes. They really helped Rainmaker by adding the checkpoints. That is a fantastic fix for Rainmaker. And the other modes are pretty much unchanged as far as I'm aware. Tower Control and Turf War and Clam Blitz, Splat Zones. I remember in Splatoon 2 when Clam Blitz got added, I remember enjoying it. I don't know what was wrong with me. I cannot even play Clam Blitz anymore. I can't do it. I simply can't. It's not... Compared to the other 3 modes, I really just don't even... Like, if I see it's Clam Blitz, I don't play it, pretty much. That's how little I am interested in playing that mode. Which is why I'm glad that the Anarchy rank system is all streamlined into just one rank for that. But the other modes are great. Splat Zones is definitely my favorite still. I used to like Rainmaker more, I think. But Splat Zones, as I've grown old here, Splat Zones is just kind of more fun. It's a little territorial. It's just Turf War, but, you know, it's a zone. And I'm a big fan of that. And something I think Donkey mentioned in his video for Splatoon, he was like, oh, they actually added a good ranking system. And I don't know if I fully agree. I'm a little conflicted because they give you these gold little points or whatever based on your own merit in the match, basically these accolades. So if you're a number 1 overall splatter, you'll get an accolade for that. I wish that actually affected how many points you get from the match, no matter what, if you lose and you're S+, you're losing 5 points. If you win, no matter what, even if you did the worst on your team, you're getting 8 points if you're doing regular Anarchy. I wish it was more, based on individual play. So, you could actually rank up or lose your rank depending on how you perform. I wish they would had changed that a little bit. And the Anarchy Series, which is where you can only go in by yourself, I think they need to tweak a couple things. I think most notably, though, I think they should probably get rid of the ability to even stay as a team after each match. The entire point is you can't play with friends because otherwise you could maybe have friends carry you. So by being able to stay as a team, you're essentially allowing a lower-end player to get carried throughout. You just aren't necessarily communicating with them. I don't like that. If you're not going to let me play with friends in Anarchy Series, you might as well just not be able to stay as a team at all, if you get what I'm saying, right? So, some tweaks there I think could be done, but overall, I definitely like the new system of Anarchy Series and then regular Anarchy. I'm excited to see League Battle come back. That'll be nice. I already confirmed that. And then Salmon Run, which I hadn't really played too much when I made my initial video on Splatoon 3. I've played a decent amount now, not a ton. I don't have any of the badges yet. I've only beaten Kohazuna a couple times. I think I'm professional part-timer, which is, I don't know, I probably played for like 5 or 6 hours maybe. Salmon Run's really good. Like I mentioned, kinda, I don't really remember what was even in Splatoon 2 Salmon Run, so most of it really does feel new to me. I know they have like these quirky little extra things and events that happen. Obviously, like the water tide going up and down, that's always been there. But I don't remember like the events where there's these like geysers and you have to shoot for the golden salmon. That's fun. When there's like the treasure chests out, that's always fun because then you have to like work with your team because you can throw eggs now. Because it's huge and the egg basket's way far away, so you got to throw the eggs to your teammates to really kind of capitalize on how many eggs there are. Normally you're not getting all of them. So Salmon Run's a lot of fun. I like that they changed it so that it's always available. That's probably the biggest positive change. They fixed that. Thank you, Nintendo. I do still wish, I think it's every 2 days the map changes. I maybe wish you could just pick. I don't know. It's conflicting. Here's what I want from Salmon Run. This is what ideal Salmon Run would be. Keep it as it is. That's fine. Have the, weapons that you are set between days. That's fine. Add an endless mode where you can pick your weapon. That would be amazing. I would love that. Please, Nintendo, add endless Salmon Run. I come from a long lineage of Call of Duty zombies playing. So if they would add an endless mode, a Salmon Run, that'd be a lot of fun. Now, I know we're getting the Big Run mode. That might be happening in this month, actually, because we don't know what event is happening in October. We know there's a Pokemon Splatfest in November. Big Run is eventually going to be Salmon Run on the multiplayer maps. That sounds like a lot of fun. I want to go back and watch the Direct and kind of see what that was, because I kind of glossed over it, honestly. And then I saw someone talking about it, and I was like, oh, maybe Big Run's going to be this month. And let's talk about events for a second. So we had the Splatfest at the end of September. What was it? Team Gear, right? What was the first Splatfest? I can't even remember. It's already past me. I'm already done. But whatever the first Splatfest was within the actual game, I think it was the island one where you pick Team Gear and you win, obviously, because if you don't pick Team Gear, you're a dumbass. Why did they mess up Tricolor Turf War this much? I played for like 5 or 6 hours and I didn't get it once. And I was picking it on the menu. Now, I've seen some people trying to defend it, saying, oh, well, it's a broken mode. The team that's defending, it's not fair for them. Bro, if I'm picking the mode on the menu, I don't care. I don't care if it's fair. I want to play it. That is the most backwards shit I have ever experienced in a video game. If I'm picking a multiplayer mode on a menu, and then when I get into a match, it's not that mode, that's unacceptable. They've already said they're fixing it, I think, in December. It's going to appear more starting in December. But that's unacceptable, man. You need to fix that. This game doesn't really have that many new modes. It's really just Tricolor Turf War and Table Turf Battle. I would like to play the new multiplayer mode, of which there is one, of which it is limited to bi-monthly events. It's seemingly going to be bi-monthly for Splatfest now instead of monthly like they used to be. So Tricolor Turf War, that was a very big point of frustration for me. That really ticked me off, especially now seeing people with the badges that you can get from the Tricolor Turf Wars. And now I can't get those because I missed it because the game didn't work. I think it was like a 2% chance that you got Tricolor Turf War. That is unacceptable. So hopefully they fix that. Hopefully they make it more balanced for the defending team, I guess. But I still am of the philosophy, if you pick the mode on the menu, you know what you're getting yourself into, you should be able to play it. That's how I feel about it. But yeah. And then I kind of mentioned badges. I don't think I mentioned any of this in my initial video, and this has been the main thing that has kept me grinding this game throughout the past month, and that is the catalog and the badges and all the little extra things. It is so much fun getting badges, because once again, I come from a Call of Duty history. I like challenges. I wish this game had more of a formal challenge structure, but having these like 5-star weapons that you can get, or you can level up your weapons with stars basically, and you'll get little rewards. You get a badge, you get a sticker, you get a holo sticker, you get another badge, you get a weapon license from leveling them up. It incentivizes me to try other weapons and just keep grinding. It incentivizes you to just max out that weapon. That is so nice. Earning something for doing that is really nice. And then, I mean, I already maxed out my first catalog. Excuse me, and I'm still just kind of grinding out the second catalog, which you just get mystery boxes at that point. And it's just a lot of fun, man. Getting the banners, getting the titles. I don't care too much about the locker stuff personally. I know I've seen a lot of people really customizing their lockers. I haven't done too much of that, but yeah, man. I think the badges is probably the best like little grind addition they've added. I think that is just a ton of fun to go for. They're very, very cute, well designed little badges. And I enjoy them. My monkey brain go burr when I see things I can unlock in Splatoon. But on the subject of unlocking stuff, I am at a point where I think I'm having an issue here, folks. I'm kind of out of stuff to do, like in the immediate future. There's obviously a million badges to collect. I haven't even gotten a 5-star on one. I think I have 3 4-star weapons and then a bunch of like 2 and 3-star weapons. Outside of that, there's not much for me to do. I think I'm level 37 in the multiplayer. My first catalog's maxed out. The second catalog doesn't really matter. I've bought pretty much every piece of clothing from the shops. Right now, I'm just kind of, grinding those out, getting the abilities, swapping out ability chunks and all that. And that's a huge grind in of itself. But something I've noticed, and I think a lot of other people are starting to notice, especially when they announced the Pokemon Splatfest for, I think it's November 11th, this game is not getting updated. And it's very weird. It is so weird that this game is not getting updated. If you were there for Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, you know that they were adding stuff weekly, sometimes more than weekly. Basically every week there was a new weapon kit, and if there wasn't a weapon kit, there was a new map. Where is that? I don't get it. Maybe it's going to start later, but I'm really worried, and I do think this is going to be the case, that they're only going to add new content every 3 months when the new season starts. Because it's a battle pass with the catalog now. It really feels that way, and I don't like that. I know people give Nintendo a lot of crap for the drip feed content. Splatoon's the one game it works in. Don't mess with it in Splatoon. Splatoon is perfect for this. Mario Strikers and Mario Maker, maybe those can be big bulk drops. Although Mario Maker I think actually works better as a weekly or bi-weekly drop. But Splatoon, I think it would be really nice. I'm already starting to see a lot of people just not talking about it. The game is already pretty much dead, from at least on my Twitter feed, and that's just sad because in Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, that first few months, I mean, dude, everybody was talking about new weapon drops, new maps, new cosmetics, and right now there's just nothing happening. We're not getting a monthly Splatfest. We had the last Splatfest at the end of September. Now we're not getting one in October because they already announced the Pokemon one for November. We might get Big Run, like I said. We don't know that yet, though. And that just feels like a long time to not add something to this game. This is a live service game. They need to treat it as such. They need to constantly be adding stuff. You can have the new catalog every 3 months. Don't tie the weapons to that, though. Don't make it all one big update. I'm assuming what's about to happen is we're about to get like 5 new weapon kits, the new catalog, and the new map at the end of November. That would be my guess. You can do the new map like that. You can do the catalog like that. Don't do that with the weapon kits. There are so many weapon kits from Splatoon 2 that need to be added to this game. Don't do it all at once. I don't want that personally. That's just me, though. So I am a little worried about that. I'm worried about the content drip for this game. I wish it was a little bit faster. But overall, man, I am really enjoying Splatoon 3 more than I expected. I think I almost have more playtime in it now than I'd had in Splatoon 2. I'm at 95 hours. I think in Splatoon 2 I had like 110 or something. So I'll be passing that very shortly. And yeah, overall, completely exceeded my expectations. Well, that's the thing, right? Like I said, I knew it was going to be the best Splatoon game. I just didn't know if I'd be excited to play it. And the answer is yes, I am excited to play it, though that may be starting to wane a little bit. So a month in, I am still enjoying the game. I really do enjoy it, but I am starting to kind of have some gripes, and that Splatfest thing really ticked me off. But with that said, let me know what you guys are thinking about for Splatoon 3, how you feeling about the game. Down in the comments below, would love to hear your thoughts. Maybe we'll play some matches sometime. Join my Discord. You can do that. Maybe we'll get a little Anarchy posse going. So do that. Subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo Switch coverage and news and all that stuff. You know what I'm here for. You can follow me on Twitter at BotoxMedia. We're close to 1,000 followers on there, so go help me out. I've been in this purgatory of like 700 and 900 for like years, it feels like. So we're actually getting close to 1,000 over there, which is really nice. And until next time, folks. Peace.